the morning
The
tea.
morning tea.
I'm Maddison Hill.
And I'm Courtney Revolution.
You guys, we are so excited to finally be at the table. We got all of the Instagram tags, all of the Instagram messages.
All the tweets.
All the tweets.
All the mentions.
Of all the craziness that went down, the clownery.
The clownery love
The clownery, if you will, that went down this weekend with Miley and Kaitlynn. We cannot wait to get into it with you guys. Because just like the tea time was excited, we were excited.
You know I was excited.
You know, we were like, of course. Here we go. We've been waiting for this day, and it's finally here. You guys, we also have more tea as well. You know, on Mondays, it's always a filled docket,
Y'all see this?
if you will.
The docket is thick with 2 C's.
I mean, somehow we always do fill the docket, but I feel like on Mondays it's a little more than normal.
Y'all see
right?
this? Look at
right?
this.
That's a lot. A lot of stuff. It is Jordan Wood's birthday, so we're going to talk a little bit about Jordan Woods.
Okay.
We're going to talk about Lizzo.
Yes.
And some aftermath from her putting her Postmates driver on blast. We're also going to talk a little bit about Demi Lovato and Mike Johnson, and an update on that situation. Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber. We have a very, very filled to the brim card dinner tea time.
Yeah.
With Tristan acting trashy per usual.
Girl,
no
we're back in our
surprise there.
element.
Oh, yeah.
We're back in our element right now.
It's a cannonball. Cannonball. We're also going to talk, of course, about the Emmys last night with Kim and Kendall and Kylie skipping out. And we have the clip, and it is cringy, and it is great. We also are going to talk a little bit about Scott and Corey Gamble, their fight, and then Courtney talking about it on Twitter. And then we will get to some news about Liam and then Miley and Kaitlynn. So it is a lot happening today. A lot happening today.
Miley and Kaitlynn.
Miley and Kaitlynn. that is the scariest evil laugh
I want
I've
it to
ever
be
heard.
evil because they be looking at me like I'm evil every time I'm speaking some truth. And how y'all feel today?
It's just so frustrating that this continually happens. Like,
Oh, no, it's vindicating.
no, but do you think people get mad that your predictions are always right?
Yeah, and that's why they come back to watch us every day, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Don't be late.
Exactly. We have Kelly saying good morning from Rhode Island. Love you guys. Eating McDonald's. Wow, that sounds fabulous.
What you like from
honestly.
McDonald's in the morning? You eat McDonald's in the morning?
Oh, of course. I eat McDonald's at all times. I know people find that disgusting, but whatever.
See, I
don't
made the
care.
lifestyle switch when I moved here. I used to have McDonald's every single day in Pennsylvania. Now I have it.
I don't have it every day, but I
used
will
to.
eat it at any time of day. Like a nice English McMuffin in the morning.
See, for me, I'm
With a
define my one
coffee.
thing, and I stick with it for a decade.
Oh,
so.
even in the morning and in the afternoon, it never changes?
Yes.
Wow.
Madison, since the day McDonald's introduced McGriddles, I have never had anything else for breakfast from McDonald's except a sausage McGriddle, no egg, no cheese, 2 extra hash browns, and they better be fresh.
So you literally just like the sweet bread and the sausage.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Okay.
You don't need
I mean, that
nothing
sounds
else.
good.
Little
That sounds
sweet and
good.
savory.
Also,
Oh, is that Mika?
warming up at
I
a
see
5, a
6,
6, a
7,
5, 6, 7, 8.
Miss Mika, nice to meet ya. Miss Mika, she on fleeka. Miss Mika, she loves the tea, ya. And we see ya, Miss Mika. Mika, why Miley and Kaitlynn had a fake relationship? Can Mika answer that?
I think she'll be in the chat for sure. She will be
Mika.
in the chat. Also, I was jamming so hard that I literally was like twirling.
Were you doing the
I
twist?
was doing the twist.
That's all that
We
was.
also want to shout out Travel, Eat, Sleep, Repeat. Oh, that sounds like a lovely schedule.
That sound like Eat, Pray, Love.
I would love to travel, eat, sleep, and only repeat. Also, from the beginning, I wanted to shout out Gigi because we did see you.
we did see you. Thank you,
We did
Gigi.
see you. Thank you. She did
How
it.
you doing? How you doing? That's what she said.
We timed that perfectly with a
Yeah.
little wrist
How you
flap.
doing?
Yes.
Gotta dim your eyes.
We have Stacy. Happy autumn. I'm ready for the cool weather here in Dallas. Yes, today is the first day of fall. And you guys want to know something super frustrating that happened to Courtney this morning?
Let me tell y'all something. Now, I go to the same Starbucks every single morning.
Every day.
Shout out to the crew there. When I showed up, when I hopped out of my Uber, they informed me that they were out of pumpkin everything. And my favorite is the pumpkin cream
I need
cold
to try
brew.
that.
It's
The
good.
cold foam, cold
Yeah.
brew. Oh, everyone
Now,
has been talking really great about that.
Starbucks, why were you trifling today?
I just feel like of all days to be out of pumpkin spice, the first day of fall is really, really, really terrible timing.
Now what are y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna get cursed out all day.
All
The
day.
girls is gonna come in with their leggings and Uggs, ready for their pumpkin cold brew, and now look.
It's not quite that time for us here in
Madison.
LA, but in our flip-flops.
Girl, I'm
And
closer to
shorts.
up where
We'll
I
go
live,
in.
girl. Once that temperature hit below 90, The leggings and the Uggs are out.
No, I sweat way too much for that. You guys know. The upper lip will go. The upper lip will go if I try to do that. I cannot have that happening. I just want to shout out Winnie. Hi from Brisbane, Australia. We're going to be talking about Australia today. First time on here. I've always watched you guys for a long time, and I'm so happy I made it here.
You made it. Welcome.
We're so happy that you made it here, too. I see Fernando just asking away about Madison Beer news. Madison Beer is doing just fine.
Yeah, right?
What's your favorite Madison Beer song?
The song that she did. What's that song she did? It was a remix. All day and night.
I was like,
all day and night, you lit me up, bum 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 bum, non-stop.
Because I know you're always singing it.
That's a hit.
It is. It is a really big hit. It is a really big hit. We also have Deborah. It's her first time on the live stream also. So hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Bianca says, Courtney, remember what I asked you to do with your
I ain't forget. Listen, Bianca tweeted me when that Miley news came out, and Bianca told me exactly what to do when we get to that portion of the show.
Wow, I can't wait. Also, I want to shout out Marissa. She goes, you watch a lot of Hollyscoop when Siri suggests to turn on the live T notification on my phone, LMAO. Honestly, Marissa, I call that iconic.
You are a
and
legend.
She should be celebrated.
Yes.
Marissa's also, I believe, the one who put champagne in her water bottle to take to work the other day.
Look
and
at that.
I love that.
That's smart.
On Shambong Friday. That was pretty great.
Take the celebration with you.
That was pretty great. Samantha got my tea. And hopped on. I made it. Work, don't care. Yes, happy Monday.
Come on.
Happy Monday, Samantha. We love when you guys are secretly watching the tea. While you're at work, we appreciate you.
Don't tell your boss, though.
Don't tell your boss.
Don't get fired.
Because then maybe once the bosses watch, they'll be like, oh, you have such good taste.
Y'all watch it together.
Exactly. It could be a bonding moment.
We bring y'all together.
A bonding moment, if you will, Okay, want to shout out Autumn. You guys hear Iggy call Wendy Williams a crackhead.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yes, we talked about that at the end of last week, you guys, when Wendy Williams called Iggy Azalea the fake...
She said,
or the Australian with the fake body.
Yes.
And Iggy was really upset, tweeted and deleted some things. Courtney felt like Wendy really didn't mean anything bad by it.
I think that Iggy's anger was misplaced.
Right.
That's all. Because I felt like Wendy was not complimenting her, but she was saying at least you had fans that'll wait around for you to take after you take a break.
She was more rude to Nicki Minaj, I would say.
During
agree. That whole segment.
I agree.
So I want to shout out Brandy. Hello from New Mexico. That's where I was born, so we always got to shout them out.
I love Brandy.
Michelle, hey guys, first ever message as I finished work early enough, sending love from the UK.
Oh, hey, Michelle.
We're sending love right back. We have Julie. I don't have to watch secretly at work. We're allowed to use our phones and headphones while working. Well, Julie, that sounds like a lovely.
That's a delight.
A lovely work environment.
That's a luxury.
That is a luxury.
That's a luxury.
That sounds fabulous. We have Aiden, first time making the morning tea.
Oh.
I love you, Courtney. You are my spirit animal.
What should be my spirit animal noise?
It should be you sipping the tea, like your ASMR, like.
Me slurping?
I feel like that's what it has to be. It has to be something ASMR related. Like it just once we pour the tea, we can do that.
Well, we'll play around with some ideas. We'll play around with some ideas.
Courtney's like, I absolutely hate that idea.
Yeah, well, you know what?
1,000%.
Whenever we bring up the fact that we're Tauruses, I always do go with the horns. So maybe.
I just think it's so funny that
Bull in a
that's
china
automatically like our thing is just to go for it. Why do we have to act everything out? We just always go.
Because
always go.
It's a show.
Oh,
What happened?
Lean has a great idea. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, you're fine.
I got distracted. She said your spirit animal voice should be liar.
Oh my God! Yes, Lean. Liar!
Okay, Lean.
That was it.
That was it.
You did that.
That was it.
Okay,
Also,
that's it.
shout out to Daisy. Thank you so much. Oh, we have a lot of Tauruses now coming forward. We have
Tauruses.
Iris, Brandy. April 22nd, Earth Day. Wow, we celebrate Earth and Brandy on the same day.
Look at that.
Amazing. Tauruses are kind of where it's at. Obviously,
I
we're
agree.
biased. Obviously, we're biased.
And that's
but
okay.
It's okay. We also have Kadisha, Taurus, baby.
Come
Wow.
on.
I love seeing so many Tauruses in the chat. Bianca, I really want to meet you guys. Y'all are my people. Much love. We will do that. We're going to do that.
Y'all
we
are
have
people.
to do the tour. We're going to do the road sipping.
Road sipping.
It is coming in the
Love
future,
that,
you
man.
guys. As long as you keep sharing and spreading the word of the morning tea,
Yes,
we will be
ma'am.
able to do that. Also, shout out Kimberly. Hello from Missouri and new to the channel. Well, Kimberly, fellow Missourian and Missourian, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in.
We got Vanessa from South Africa.
Oh my gosh, wow. Do you see how many Tauruses are in the chat right
I
now?
see y'all.
Okay, I'm obsessed. Also, Calista says my son May 5th, Cinco de Mayo.
Hey, that's my birthday. Cinco de Courtney.
That's right. Woo, I love that. Okay, you guys, it is time to pour the tea.
Let's do it.
Yeah, Alma says, we are all Tauruses, watch out world. Very
Period.
true.
Don't play with
Very
us.
true.
A little
I love
flair.
when you get fancy with the tea pour.
You know, it used to be our body style.
I know, but I mean, that's really bold.
And we don't ever run out of pumpkin.
I would totally spill that. I got champagne in my eye on Friday, so we know that honestly pouring things on the live is not my specialty. If you guys didn't watch that, please go in. Friday was just a wild
Go and
day.
Jeff that, y'all. That was funny.
Wild, wild day. Okay, let's kick it off saying happy birthday to Jordan Woods. Actually, we'll cheers
Yes.
one more time.
Cheers.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Woods Warriors.
birthday.
This is
Yes.
your day.
Yes.
Celebrate your queen. She did post on her Instagram over the weekend. It looks like she celebrated a little early. Some birthday behavior shots of her showing off her tush.
Come on.
What do you think this new year holds for Miss Woods?
Lots of opportunity. I think that, the Kardashian show is not even really focusing on her to the point where they just call her that girl. And so, great.
That was on a podcast, and that was in reference to Chloe. Come on, Courtney.
I just think that I think she's gonna do something. I really truly believe that she's gonna secure more bags in terms of doing videos. But for me, I really would love to see Jordan on TV. Once again, move to the
Reality
UK.
show.
I think that as an audience, because we have never seen Jordan's personality now as a woman, I think it would be good for her brand for us to see that, even if it was a 7-episode stint.
Just something.
Yeah, Jordan's fun vacation
I
in
agree.
UK.
I feel like we need to see something that lets us get to know her a little more
I agree.
outside of the Kardashians, only because I feel like her personality is kind of minimal. You know what I mean? We don't really see that much on Instagram. It's like, oh, she works out, oh, she hangs out, but she still kind of has that, hey guys, I want to see something that's like, what is Jordan Woods like when she gets really excited about something?
What is Jordan
I'm
Woods
curious.
like when she's trying on swimsuits with Megan Thee Stallion? What do y'all
Yes,
talk about? You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Do they even talk? Or do they
I
just
think
twerk?
I always see them commenting on each other's stuff on Instagram.
I
Go
hope so.
friend, yes friend.
I was really pro that friendship until Jordan dropped the ball and she wasn't in the Hot Girl Summer video.
Yeah, I wanted to
and
see
then
her
I
in
was
that.
kind of like, well, what the hell?
I was ready to scream and cheer for her. I thought she was
We got
twerking it
so
around
excited and then it didn't happen.
the pool. Also, Jordan also could have been that girl in the beginning of the video, in the skit
Right?
part, right?
Well, we know she is acting. Remember Black-ish?
Yeah.
Or Grownish, whichever one she was on.
Megan's
Yeah.
team, what happened with that?
I don't know. Do you think there's going to be more acting in her future?
Yes.
Oh, God.
I
Well,
think Jordan could play an excellent supporting role on a Netflix show.
Okay.
Like a cult one. Like You. Remember how You was like really big?
Oh, that's coming back, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for that.
That's it. I could see her on something like that.
Okay.
Where people are so into the show that it's like, oh, well, I like Jordan's character. And then for people that don't care about the Kardashians, they would be like, well, who's that?
Right.
And then go and follow her just organically.
Oh, that would be great. I hope that happens for her.
But y'all know I hate her. Here I am offering
you
her
hate
the
her
whole
so much.
Girl.
Okay, let's move on and talk a little bit about Lizzo.
My girl.
So I don't know if you guys remember this, but this was like a week and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
Lizzo tweeted out and she was really upset and she accused her Postmates driver of stealing her food, okay? Posted the woman's picture and everything. She got mixed reviews. Some people were like, LOL, this is so funny. I would do the same thing. And other people were like, how dare you put this woman's face on blast? Like, that's so inappropriate. That's not okay. Well, now TMZ reported this morning that this woman is apparently living in fear. That's how she described it.
Okay.
She's too scared to go to work. She's too scared to drive around.
Okay.
Because Lizzo put her on blast and people are still coming for her.
Okay.
I feel like that's a bit dramatic, but
I
that's
have
just
to
me.
say two things. One, I use Postmates heavily.
Same.
Like very heavily to the point where it's like, why
Why are we not VIP members?
like walk around the
honestly?
corner. It's really not that deep, but like I don't want to see nobody. So I understand Lizzo's anger because when you're hungry and your Postmate driver might be taking a minute and then your order don't come right or it don't come at all or it come
Right.
messed up or the bag
Not
is
at all.
open.
Not at all is really the issue. Because
that-
it didn't even come
It didn't even come at all?
No.
Okay, so Miss Honey, why the food didn't come? So now
Right.
Lizzo has questions. You get what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Why you didn't drive?
Well,
to her address.
and this woman is trying to say that she did show up, but there wasn't a hotel room number on the address or something. And she's like,
Okay.
oh, I tried to call. I tried to talk to the concierge. Like, I did everything I'm supposed to do, and now Lizzo's putting me on blast.
When you are a Postmates driver, you have that phone number to get in touch
Right.
with Miss Lizzo.
Right.
Right?
I feel like I understand why Lizzo was upset.
I also understand from this woman's point of view that you're a mega celebrity.
Right.
People are crazy. People send death threats. People,
hang
on, people post your house on the internet. You get what I'm saying? So I understand where she's coming from. Everybody was wrong, although I still have love for Lizzo. Woman, Postmates driver, you probably would have really gotten a real good tip had you gone above and beyond to make sure that Miss Lizzo got her meal.
That would have been a story.
That would have been a story.
Lizzo's Postmates driver, you know, tracks her down in the hotel lobby.
Lizzo's Postmates driver drives the boat. You get what I'm saying? You never know. Lizzo could have been like, wow, she went
her next music video.
You never know.
Bring in Lizzo the juice.
If I was Lizzo, everybody be in my video. So she was so nice. Come in my video.
I also feel like Lizzo, although she's been around for so long, her come up was recent. And I feel like sometimes, and I feel like she tweeted this at one point, like she forgets her platform and how many people will go for her, like go after for her. So I definitely, I feel like
it sucks.
It was just a moment of being upset and hangry and tweeting, and it totally backfired.
Girl, let me tell you, I've written many a strongly worded message to
I do that to Uber too.
Please don't play with me and my food. I have low blood sugar. You need to be on time with my Firehouse
I just feel
subs.
like everything should be good to go.
If we're paying the delivery fee and small cart fee, you need to bring my food.
My Postmates driver didn't even get out of the car the other day. He brought my food and just like pulled around.
Now that's funny.
That's
called refund.
I don't like that.
That's called refund.
Feel like that's so
Madison,
rude.
the way the people in the comments be, I'd be just like that with Postmates. Now, why am I paying for convenience and you can't even walk my Firehouse subs to my door?
It was very frustrating.
I have
It
a
was very
problem with that.
frustrating. Also,
No.
how often are you ordering Firehouse subs?
Oh, girl, I stand Firehouse subs because, let me tell you this, just for y'all that don't know, Jersey Mike's, love Jersey Mike's, too expensive. Love Subway, but sometimes the cookies are stale.
Right.
Firehouse subs price point is right in the middle and it always come good.
Wow, that's so interesting.
Yes, ma'am.
They do like steam their meats. I will say, Firehouse is good.
She's not as good as Miss Quiznos. Okay, now
That's
Quiznos
true.
is the GOAT.
Quiznos Chipotle Mayo, nothing can beat that. You know what I'm saying?
Madison. But when you really are just budgeting and being smart financially, then you go for Miss Firehouse subs.
There we go.
Absolutely.
I don't despise Firehouse subs. Nina, Pierre, you both are sugar and spice with everything nice.
Woo!
Thank you.
Yes.
We also have Jill. She's a really big fan of Firehouse subs. Firehouse is the best.
Jill, you know what time it is, Miss Jill.
This is literally Firehouse. Where's the free sandwiches? Just saying.
I love the Italian.
Just saying. Okay, let's move on and talk a little bit about Demi Lovato and Mike Johnson. That fine-looking man that he is. So he recently did an interview with Access Hollywood, and people are kind of freaking out because he admitted that he is technically single.
Okay.
But he's 100% focused on Demi.
Okay, so he's not Demi's boyfriend, but they're talking.
That's what I took from it too. And
Okay.
everyone was like, wait, that's so rude. He said he's single, but I thought he's dating Demi Lovato. I'm like, again, I feel like they're in those talking stages. You know, that's what the young kids do.
Yeah.
And we're their age, so I guess I don't know why I'm calling myself, feel like I'm like the 55-year-old woman who's like, oh, what is it that you kids do these days? So he also went on to admit, this is something really cute, that she's the one that he texts before he goes to bed.
Okay.
But no 2 a.m. like booty call text messages. He's very respectful. Now, he ended the interview saying something that kind of gave me clout chaser vibes. Okay?
All right.
He said that he's so appreciative and grateful to be here and just what is his life right now. You know, if you give good energy, you get good energy. That's what it's all about. My question, is it weird that he's the one who keeps doing all these interviews, talking about his one date with Demi Lovato, and she literally has not said one thing?
Can I be honest?
Yes.
And I don't want to upset the Lovatics, but this is how I feel. This is what I'm assessing. It feels very much like
Just say it.
that Scooter swooped in, and this is like a plan for positive PR for Demi.
For Demi.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I look at it as, because Demi doesn't have to go out and do these interviews if she's not ready or if she just doesn't want to.
Right.
But now we have this young man from the
This
Bachelorette. He's wholesome.
He just came onto the scene.
He's black.
He's actually looking for love.
It's all a good look, but for Demi, because in a year we won't remember who this guy is, but we'll remember that Demi she dated that guy from the Bachelorette and they were so cute. It gives me very positive PR vibes.
I mean, I feel like Scooter has really been swooping in hardcore lately.
$200 million. I mean, he's rich. What else he got
You
time
know,
to do
I
but
mean,
manipulate people?
I loved her post about, you know, being body positive. I thought it was amazing.
I believe that's real.
I believe that
I believe
was,
that's real.
Yeah, but I also feel like it just was perfectly timed as well, because really Up until that, we had a lot of issues with her social media activity.
You can't. Why would you want to kick Demi while she's down saying she's shading Taylor Swift when she's all about being positive about her body? I know what y'all was saying.
It's exactly.
Y'all all predictable.
Exactly what it is. It's the same thing like when we talk about Justin Bieber.
Exactly.
He posts about his mental health, and then Maddison and Courtney are bullies because Justin just opened up about how much he's struggling, and you still sit up there and talk about it. It's like,
oh, no.
You still have to talk about what's going on, and when the buttermilk isn't clean, even if people are posting positive things on social media, because they are doing that in a sense for a reason.
Man, so I got a question.
Yes, I love your question.
And I want to know what they think.
Okay.
Why people watch us if they don't like us? And if they already know how we feel about certain things and they watch us every single day, why y'all do that?
Because the haterade is too sweet for them to just stop sipping.
Well,
you know?
We appreciate you.
We
do. It's all love regardless.
We do. Okay, Jasmine, she said, did anyone see those comments Justin Bieber made under his pastor's post?
I did not, Jasmine.
So, I don't know if those are real or if those are fake. I just want to address this real quick because I did see this, but it was on some really sketchy blogs, which is why I didn't feel like it was appropriate to really talk about.
Okay.
But one of his pastors posted a picture of his family and was like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know, something about family time, whatever.
Okay.
Justin, I have not seen a receipt, which is why, again, not sure, allegedly commented calling him a heathen, accusing him of cheating on his wife, accusing him of potentially being gay. There was a lot of things that were allegedly that Justin accused him of.
Y'all, I don't think Justin did that. I feel like Justin is trying to get his PR together and he wouldn't be that messy.
Right. I'm not sure about that. I mean,
interesting though.
Those are, yes, she said, I heard the comments were deleted. Exactly. I haven't, but normally there's at least.
Jasmine said she got the screen recorded.
There's normally,
Oh, Jasmine said she got the receipt.
Well, I would like to
Jasmine,
see the receipt.
now you need to DM that to the Hollyscoop account right on now, Miss Jasmine.
Because I have not seen one, and that's why I didn't feel comfortable talking about it, because I'm not going to sit up here and say a pastor did XYZ and Justin's accusing a pastor of XYZ without at least saying one receipt. We have Gypsy Dream. Good morning, y'all. I made it for the tea. Good morning, Gypsy Dream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we have some mixed feels about how people feel about that. I agree. I had some mixed feels as well.
Yeah, it sounds kind of sketchy.
I don't want anyone from Hillsong or anything coming after me. I don't know for sure.
Jasmine, we do want to see that screen recording.
Yeah, let me see it if you have it, and make sure it's
If you got the
legit.
mess. If you got the mess.
If you got the mess, let's see it. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Selena Gomez.
All right.
Perfect,
let's
transition
talk about Selena.
here.
What's she doing?
Selena Gomez. So she went to the Shark Tank set. She posted about it on her social media. Everyone was living for it.
Okay.
And then also there was some confusion, I guess. Some people thought that she was going to show up to the Emmys last night because of her involvement with 13 Reasons Why and Netflix. We know that she has that new documentary coming out. But 13 Reasons Why didn't receive any nominations this year.
Oh.
So Selena obviously didn't come, but some people were like, what the heck? Where is Selena?
But y'all are used to not seeing her by now, right?
And I feel like, so Elle Magazine did a report about it and kind of broke everything down, and they were like, well, since it wasn't technically nominated this year, and the fact that she's kind of been on this path of, staying out of the spotlight until necessary, it makes sense as to why she didn't really show up.
Just think about the fact that if Selena especially is not drinking or anything like that, why would she want to put herself in that position where not
in
only
an
people
after-party situation.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. James says, decided that she need to focus on the second album. She hasn't done that yet, and she only has one album. She is actually working on her new album. We've seen her in the studio. We've heard it's going to come out soon. I think that she definitely is working on it, though. She definitely is working. And I think she just wants to avoid situations where she's going to be asked things that she's not prepared to answer yet. Especially coming off of that Boston speech where she really opened up about why she entered treatment for the first time. I could see her kind of being like, you know what, I'm just going to avoid a situation where I can be asked about that part of my life even further. Because she hasn't done any interviews specifically about that.
And I feel like if she doesn't do like a first initial proper setup interview, then people will try to embarrass her.
Right.
Because it's been so long. So they're going to be rude and ask her like all sorts of things.
That's true.
You know
Trying
what I mean?
to get her to basically say something like headliney. Because
Exactly.
she doesn't really ever do that. I feel like people will try to kind of prime her to say something about like Justin or The Weeknd or whatever. And whoever did her media training, honestly, Kris Jenner level because she never, ever, ever gives in. Dai Diaz, love you guys. Glad I found you live.
Yes, Dai.
We're glad that you found us live.
On this beautiful Monday.
Seriously. Thank you. Deborah says Selena shouldn't have to do anything for anyone but herself.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
Except give us that album because we need that. That's us.
Selena has her hands full. Apparently Jasmine tweeted it to us. So can you go look up, see those receipts? Here, I got it actually. The Justin Bieber receipts. Let's see.
I'm ready for those receipts.
Well, while we're looking for these, if you guys want to talk a little bit more about Justin Bieber, he was in the studio this weekend. Finally.
That Kyle Massey video.
Yes, there were like several Kyle Massey videos.
I said, Kyle, what you
doing?
I
mean, he was here.
I got you.
You know how to work Twitter better than me.
Yes.
That's so embarrassing, but it's true. You know, Justin was on the drums. He was in the booth. Kyle Massey literally posted, like 25 Instagram stories?
Yeah, it was a bunch.
Of Justin finally being in the studio. He was there with a bunch of people. They were all wearing, you know, the Drew clothing.
A cute little brand deal.
A very nice little brand deal. A very nice little brand deal. So when do you think actual new music's going to come?
Not soon enough. I would love for it to come before the end of the year. But I don't think that will be the case. I could see Justin starting off the new year like, bam, there it is. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. No, I don't see it. I don't see anything. I
don't
see anything.
Girl.
Dai Diaz says, sorry guys, this phone has a mind of its own. That's totally okay because she had a little typo. You're good, you're good.
We'll check it after.
We'll look at it and we'll let you guys know because, of course, we have Daily Rewind later. That's what's so great about Hollyscoop. We always have everything. We always got you guys covered. Also, people are freaking out the fact that Justin posted a little more of a house tour and his man cave. I don't know if you saw this.
I did not.
I will say his man cave is shockingly tidy.
Oh, I love that.
Compared to the master bedroom. So that's really great. He also has like a slushy machine down there. He has a theater room. He was showing off all of his like sculpture things that he has at his house.
That's beautiful.
I thought the slushy machine was honestly, I gotta hand it to him. That is a nice touch.
You know what?
That is a nice
Shout
touch.
out to him and his own personal taste and style.
If the slushies are spiked, I would be even more impressed.
I said, where's the popcorn machine?
That's what I'm saying.
You got some kettle corn in there? I ain't coming
There's
without
no
it.
snacks. There's no snacks.
No.
The tea is hot. Yes, it is. I saw someone asking about when we think the new music. Oh, Dark Angel said post September 30th. I don't think it's going to come before
the wedding.
The wedding.
The wedding.
I really don't think it's
ceremony.
Gonna come.
The ceremony's on 30th, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to come
he better
before
not drop
then.
no music on no ceremony.
What
do you do?
For a second, I kind of thought that, but then I was like, I feel like Haley would be really pissed.
That would be
because then it won't be about the wedding ceremony.
Exactly.
It'll be like, oh my God, Justin dropped new music. Ermina, hello, I'm a stan. I can't help it. We're a stan too.
We stan you, Ermina.
Thank you. Okay, apparently check our Instagram too. Romika says, tagged us on Instagram. Kimber says, now I need a slushy machine. I agree. I was just happy to see that it was clean. You know what I mean? Like, I was just like,
don't be showing the world your whole environment and it's a mess.
Thank you. Okay, let's move on into Car Jenner tea time.
Car Jenner tea time.
Because we have a lot of Car Jenner news to actually get through. The first thing we're going to talk about is Khloe and Tristan. We're going to go dive into the dumpster right now.
Feet first?
Feet first. Actually, more like cannonballing. Cannonballing
Knees
into the
to
dumpster.
chest.
Yes.
Oh, God,
we're really making a splash.
This is filthy.
So Khloe posted a slew of Instagram pictures this weekend where she is looking Anna Nicole Smith inspired.
That's cute.
She looked great. And Tristan just, let his idiotness get the best of him, I would like to say. And he went ahead and he commented on them and said, perfection with the heart eye emoji.
Is he broke? Tristan?
He must be struggling.
Are you trying to be back on
this show? We do know he has
or?
really high child support payments. $40,000 a month to Jordan Craig.
Chris.
So maybe he's stressed.
Don't let that man back on that show.
Maybe he's stressed.
I don't like that, Maddison. He needs to leave that woman alone.
I agree. I just feel like it was completely inappropriate. I feel like he was trying to make a headline.
Yeah.
I feel like it contradicts pretty much what he was whining about in this episode of Keeping Up. Like, Khloe talked to Kim about how, they went to therapy and how Tristan told the therapist that it was her and her family who made this big media deal of his cheating scandal. And I'm like, but yet you go and make a spectacle, and
I
you're
was
in
just
the
thinking that.
comments of Chloe's Instagram post. So which is it? Do you not want it in the media, or do you want it in the media? Because you're trying to play stupid, but I don't think you really are that stupid.
He wants to appear like he's positive, and he's not.
Right. I feel like he wants to appear somehow in all of this, even though he cheated on Chloe twice. Tristan wants to appear like the victim.
No.
Like, I'm the one who just loved this woman. Oh, sure, you know, I couldn't keep it in my pants, not once, but twice publicly.
Yeah.
Who knows how many times that we don't know about.
Yeah, Maddison, honestly.
And then yet, I'm the one who suffered from this because you made me look like a fool. I'm just like, that is manipulation at its finest.
Maddison,
At its finest.
Tristan is tired. He is tired. Leave this woman alone.
He must not be that tired, and that's what I think is so funny when people are always like, you guys are delusional. Tristan doesn't love Chloe.
Oh
really?
my God, Maddison. Don't they sound crazy now?
Clearly, he thinks that she's perfection and looking real good in those pictures, that she is, you know, really, really overdone. I know some people are saying that, like, oh my God, she doesn't look, you know, the same. But it's just like, I think he loves the attention of still being connected to her. Like, he's so egotistical that it just feeds him in a really sick way.
Kitty Ferguson over here saying, Maddison, people change.
Tristan Thompson has never shown that he has changed. Never, ever, ever.
Not saying that he can't, but like we haven't seen no change at all.
You know what?
It's all been manipulation.
Maybe he will. He's 27 now. Maybe by the time he's 45 and his daughter starts growing up and getting into the dating game and she has issues, then maybe he'll mature and realize, karma coming back to unfortunately hit my child.
My thing is this, just the fact that people still do the whole, like, Tristan is young. He's a young basketball player.
No, he's not. He is not young.
But then they drag us and say we old and we all the same age. How does
I
that work?
I think people can change. Scott Disick has changed. Lamar Odom has changed.
Tristan has not.
Tristan
has not. And if you can't see that he hasn't, then that's just you're deciding not to. This is an issue of there are receipts. We have seen his behavior when the news came out. He was dumb and tweeted fake news, even though it clearly was the real news. So like Tristan is just at its core a liar.
Right.
If y'all don't believe that Tristan is a liar, then I don't know what show or what tweets or what Instagrams y'all are looking at because all of the facts are there for y'all to see.
And he deleted it as soon as people started commenting, being like, what the hell? Why are you here?
Erica said he doesn't want to change. And Erica, I agree.
I agree. We have Winnie saying he wants attention, like Chris Brown wanting Rihanna back. Chris Brown still comments.
You saw that?
Posts. Yes.
You got a baby and a whole girlfriend, right?
He's still commenting on her posts. Like, I feel like that'll be Tristan. It's almost just like a sick thing of always wanting to like kind of keep his thumb on Chloe.
It's that toxic masculinity.
Yes. I don't like it. I feel like, he skeeves me out. Like, as soon as I saw this headline and I saw the comment and I saw the receipt, I was just like, why is he like this? And to quote The Office, why are you the way that you are?
And you know what, Terry? If Scott can do a 360 like that, anyone can. And I just want to go ahead and say...
It took Scott a long time.
How about that? Asterisk 180. Because if he turned all the way back around, he would still been trash. So let's just go on ahead and say 180. If you're going to give us degrees and angles, can we do that?
I'm not good at math, but that was a good point.
I'm just saying, because I thought that was dumb to say. Scott had how many years of changing? This literally happened this spring with Tristan.
Yeah.
Y'all said, he changed.
And just
a whole bunch of examples of how he hasn't changed.
I feel like when you saw the whole thing about True's first birthday party and how he wanted to come over and he tried to make a move and then he was just being so sleazy. Like, I don't really know how anyone at this point can defend Tristan Thompson.
I want to say this, Maddison.
The only good thing that we've heard he did is buy a bunch of people chicken sandwiches.
Bye.
That is literally it.
I think Chloe would look like the biggest clown of the millennium if she got back with him, because I see y'all have been saying that in the chat. Let's hope that she doesn't do that. Let's hope the season doesn't end and Chloe thinking about
I don't even know how Mama Chris could spin that, to be honest. And she is a spin master.
Yeah.
I don't know how she could flip that to be positive for Chloe in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, nah.
I honestly, I can't even conceive that.
Me either. I just think that it's a situation that Chloe should just leave alone.
Right.
I think that he shouldn't even be talked about on the show at this point.
Oh, but he still is.
I know.
He still
and
is.
It's
Unfortunately, because he's True's dad, he will always be in the picture, no matter how worked up we get, no matter how awful we think he is. he will always be a topic of conversation, and he will always be in the picture.
I have a question, Madison.
Yes.
For you and for the T-Tribe as well, for those of y'all that watched last night's episode, did y'all feel like that was a filler episode masqueraded as something that stuff was gonna be happening?
With like the Chloe and Tristan stuff?
I felt
or
like
just everything?
I felt like Chloe and Tristan was filler. I felt like Chris and the neck was filler. And then I felt like Corey and Scott was like anticlimactic.
If you guys didn't see, the whole my neck thing that you love to quote ended up being a prank because the family was upset that Kim's security was so strict. They didn't feel like they should have to go
needed to fill that
through
out,
any sort of barrier to get to her house. And then we can't, the Scott and Corey thing where they were arguing about, oh, Penelope scratched the nanny and the nanny quit. And then Corey was like, oh, I would have whooped her tush.
It was like real.
I mean, Courtney was like posting about that on Twitter left and right last night, like retweeting all of these things.
Really?
Oh yeah, because she was, retweeting people who agreed with her. And then people who didn't agree with her. She's like, I'm just so shocked by some people's response to this. I feel like we briefly touched on this a little bit. I think the way Corey said it was inappropriate by saying, I would have whooped her ass. That is not what he meant. I truly don't believe that.
I love the way you said that. I didn't mean to laugh, Madison.
I know, it's not funny, but I mean,
whooped her ass.
I mean, it's like, but I mean, Scott, I know, like, jumped into protective dad mode, but it's like, do you honestly think, after knowing Corey, however many years you guys have known him, that he was like, he meant
You really
it
think
that
Corey
hard?
gonna snap P-neck?
That's
Come
what
on
I'm
now.
saying. It's just like, it was a lot. And I feel like I've said it, I was spanked. I only needed to be spanked once as a child. I learned my lesson, and I was fine.
I'm going to say this, y'all, and y'all can go ahead and drag me. But last night's episode of The Kardashians was no better than anything that Tanner had put out on MTV. and I'm saying this as someone that used to spend his Sundays in Pennsylvania watching Kylie and Kendall spin on the stripper pole.
And you've been watching Tana.
Yeah. So I'm just like, it's very much, I guess go to Wyoming.
Yeah. But
give me something.
Did you understand why that was such a big conversation? I guess, like, did you feel like it warranted such a big, like, build-up and then conversation and then social media tweets and all this stuff about the spanking and Corey and Scott and whatever?
I'm going to say this, Madison, and they are going to know exactly, I feel like certain people are going to know exactly what I mean when I say this. Corey, let me look into the Corey.
Oh,
Let me look into the gamble cam. Corey, you are dating the Kris Jenner. Shut the hell up and play your role.
The supportive boyfriend. I did see something that Kris felt like she was in the middle of it all, and
Kris went from kikiing to all of a sudden she was crying.
Yeah, it was just
Kris, wait, what's
all
the
of it, and then Kim's just kind of like, the whole thing I feel like was just completely blown out of proportion. For Courtney to be like, no one who, doesn't respect my kids can't be around me. I can't be in their life.
Girl.
It's like, Corey's always going to be in your life because he's dating your mom. And I don't think that's going to end anytime soon because he's too smart for that.
My thing was like, you could have taken a tip from Malika and shut the hell up. You really didn't even have to say nothing. That's how I looked at it as. Not saying that I disagreed with what he said because your baby ain't going to put your hands on me.
Right.
But shut the hell. Like, why did you say he really could have just sat there, like New York said on Flavor of Love, he could have just sat there and ate his food.
I also think it was probably just like an automatic response because they were just like, the nanny was so upset. Like, I'm just shocked by that. And it's like, well, how would you be if some kid scratched your face?
Nanny left looking like Freddy Krueger.
I'd be like, this is the moneymaker. I can't have anyone scratching this face. And so I feel like he just made like a one-off comment and it just exploded.
It was very, okay, girl, we definitely need to do something this episode because there really wasn't a lot going on.
No.
The Kardashians used to be like a great...
It was very 2019 where everyone got upset over literally nothing.
Yeah, and I feel like...
Very on brand with its year.
The Kardashian show used to be very binge-worthy, and I feel like, which is a very good YouTube channel, by the way. Please check that out if you're into Real Housewives of Atlanta. It used to be a very binge-worthy program, and I feel like 2 years from now, I wouldn't watch no episode of The Kardashians from the recent ones.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just wish that they would do something else. Like, for example, the scene with Khloe and Kylie, Kylie be looking like how I look when we be talking about Justin Bieber.
Also,
Kylie was sitting up there
we already saw that a while back. Remember we talked about it, how, oh my gosh, Kylie says the scandal needed to happen. Like, We already saw that so long ago, so that wasn't even anything new, honestly. Let's talk about what happened at the Emmys last night.
Okay.
Okay, because this clip is cringeworthy is honestly the nicest way we could describe it.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys know the Emmys, the biggest night in television. They went down last night. Like we said, Selena wasn't there. Kylie was supposed to be there. Remember, on Friday we talked how her and Kendall were sitting separate from each other. Kylie ended up being a no-show because a source told Entertainment Tonight that she was sick. And I feel like she probably has never been happier to be sick and stay home after what happened.
She dodged a bullet.
So Kim and Kendall went up on stage to present the award for Outstanding Competition Program and started off their presentation saying, quote, "Our family knows firsthand how truly compelling television comes from real people." Listen to the rest and listen to the audience's reaction.
Just being themselves.
Telling their stories unfiltered and unscripted.
Scale of 1 to 10, how uncomfortable is that? Honestly, a 12. A 12.
That was a 15. My thing is this, Maddison. I know that them Kardashians were so mad at whoever wrote that show because they
Or
had
the intro.
whoever wrote that because they had to stand up there and read that off the teleprompter. For me personally, they're professional. I would have saw that on the teleprompter and said something else because y'all ain't about to have me sit up there and be laughed at.
I think it was just uncomfortable because it could have easily kind of been played off as like a, you know, real people, real stories.
Yeah.
But the fact that Kendall followed it up being so serious and just not even cracking a little corner of a smile just made it like I wanted to just crawl into my covers and just be like, oh my God, don't look, don't look, don't look, don't look.
I said, well, they done got them Kar Jenners again.
Like, Kendall could have easily kind of flipped it like, all right, yep, joke's on us.
You got us.
You got us. And just kept it silent, serious, and uncomfortable.
I know they was, after they walked off, they was like.
Well, and then it was bad because then the roasting continued on Twitter. Like
all
so many
night
gifs,
long.
memes, everything. People were going off about it. So it just was a whole thing. At least they looked really good.
That's the
really
team.
good.
They looked excellent.
No one can laugh at their looks. I know some people were kind of back and forth about Kendall wearing a latex turtleneck.
I thought
but
they looked great.
She's 6 feet tall and she's looks like this. If anyone can wear a latex turtleneck, it's Kendall.
She looked great. They both looked fantastic.
Right? They really did. But
Leave
that moment was awful.
It very much was cringeworthy.
Awkward mobile ACC. Kendall is so awkward sometimes.
I love her.
Phoebe says, I still think they planned all that Emmy thing. They use satire and know that they will be on the news making publicity worth some cash somewhere in the future.
Maybe.
I don't think they planned it just based on
that body language.
Right. And it's almost like a panicked look washed over their faces and a sense of like, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? You know, and then they just kept reading. And I just, like I said, I feel like they could have easily just turned it into a joke and been like, LOL, joke's on us.
Do you think they knew what they was going to say beforehand or they just walked out there and that's it?
I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works, but that's what I'm saying. Like, even if they didn't have time to like pre-read it and like in their mind come up with something else to say, they could have easily flipped it around and like winked at the audience and then that would have been funny. Then it would have been like, oh my gosh, isn't that hilarious? They totally made fun of themselves.
They need to take one good improv class and that'll never happen ever again. No, for real, for real. They'll know how to.
Chris is probably scheduling that right now.
Yeah, they're probably rolling up to the mansion.
UCB, hello, we need you. That's going to be on an episode coming soon.
Oh,
the
God.
sisters take an improv class.
Please no, Chris.
I think it could happen. I could actually see it happening. Should we go ahead and get into this whole Miley, Liam of a mess situation?
Yeah,
because this weekend was bonkers. Before we get into Miley and Kaitlynn and their breakup, so if you guys have been waiting for that, go ahead and share right now. Tell everyone who is watching or had to take a little break. We're getting into the Miley and Kaitlynn tea, but first I want to talk a little bit about Liam. There's this interesting report coming out from Woman's Daily that Chris Hemsworth, his brother, and Chris's wife are actually the ones who thought it would be a good idea for Liam to be in Australia.
Okay.
They want him there. They're the ones who wanted this because they feel like Hollywood life is suffocating Liam. And now they're determined to keep him there. And this is why I said we were going to talk a little bit about Australia. Chris and his wife relocated to Byron Bay in 2014 after living in LA, and it's been life-changing for them. So they feel like it would be good for Liam to just kind of stay there with them for
Speculation, not confirmation. Or was Miley right and Liam has a problem?
I don't know.
This sounds like Liam has a problem.
That like his brother.
Yeah,
and
y'all
sister-in-law
alarms are not
want
going
him in
off?
there. I feel like
That said, you ain't going nowhere.
and I also feel like it plays kind of to the swingers aspect that Spencer's been talking about, we've been talking about, where like maybe this alleged drug use and alcohol use, he started doing things that were really out of character, made him uncomfortable, but he still did it.
Out of
Was
the
doing
love for
all
Miley.
these like sex things.
Out of the love for Miley.
And Hollywood just got the best of him. Out of the love for Miley. I read that and I was like, that kind of makes me feel uncomfortable.
Karina said, Liam, get away from the wet and wavy mess. Now, Karina, you hit the nail right on the head.
She's still rocking the wet and
She's
wavy.
getting
It's
that.
not disappearing.
Every 5 seconds.
It is
water
not disappearing at all. I'm like, I don't know where this is happening, but it's not going away. Honestly, I still feel for Liam because if he is struggling with, any
Which he
sort
could.
of anything with alcohol or drugs, all of this drama going on with Miley and Kaitlynn cannot be easy to deal with. And it doesn't matter if he's in Australia, Timbuktu, Pluto, I don't care. He's still hearing about it. There's no way that they're able to completely shield him from hearing about this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Personally.
You chose to date her.
I know.
Back when she was Hannah Montana Worldwide
But that's
Superstar.
my thing. When they started dating, she was a completely different person.
So
and then
was
she
he.
started going wild, and then they broke up, and then they got back together. I just feel like, ugh.
Here's a speculation, Madison, and feel free to go ahead and fairy godparents me. What if Liam had his own crazy phase, and once again, we just didn't know about it?
Right.
He has an image to uphold, and movie tickets to
Maybe
sell.
maybe he's in his crazy phase right now.
Maybe.
And that's why he had to get out.
Girl.
We don't know, but something doesn't feel great.
Something,
It doesn't
Who
feel
lying?
great. It doesn't feel great.
Who lying, y'all?
Also, I just want to shout out Tamra. She said, Madison, how is Leo and his new baby?
Look at
They're
Tamra.
great. Thank you for
They're
asking about
excellent,
Leo.
yes.
He is, you guys, MVP. This is how dedicated Leo is to
Speak
the
on his
T
name,
and the
yes.
T tribe. He came in this morning to make sure that everything would be okay,
Yep.
even though he is running on literally 0 sleep.
Fumes.
So Leo is the MVP of the T tribe
Yes.
for this week.
Can we get some lion emojis in the
I'm
chat
being
for Leo,
honestly,
please?
you guys.
Yes.
He is here fresh off being a dad. So definitely send him congratulations and lion emojis because
Yes.
we always
He's
stand
lovely,
Leo.
lovely
yes.
Leo.
Yes, exactly. Okay, now let's get into this Miley and Kaitlynn drama.
Hang
Drama.
on. Let
What?
me do this for Bianca.
Is that what that was? Oh, God. Wow. You look like you're about to beat somebody up. The Philly popped out.
That's it. That's it. Where they at?
I was honestly like shaken. I would never want you to look at me like that.
But it's happily ever after though, right?
Right?
But y'all was in my mentions on Twitter bothering me, right?
And they were, Miley and Kaitlynn were living in Calabasas.
Practically
together.
having sex in the Soho house, right?
They were.
Trying to have a business
See,
meeting and there they go.
I do believe all of that.
I believe that too. But I
But-
believe it was for what? Show.
Clout, press, fame, all of those things.
No wonder her and Tana are close. Tana taught her probably. Tana probably taught her.
Tana said, let me teach you how the real kids do it these days. So you guys, Miley and Kaitlynn officially went their separate ways after 6 weeks of hot and heavy dating this weekend.
Dating.
I like to say dating. I don't even know what it was. A source told E! that it was getting too serious and Miley wasn't comfortable with it. The source went on to say it went from, quote, 0 to 60 and she wanted to put the brakes on. It was unexpected to end things so abruptly, but it had to be done. She just got out of her marriage, like we've been saying, and Miley felt like she and Kaitlynn got carried away. That just proves it was all lust. They were messing around before Miley and Liam broke up, before Kaitlynn and Brody broke up. They thought the grass would be greener on the other side, and let this be a lesson for everyone that it's not. Am I right? Or am I right?
Madison, when is the next EP coming from Miss Miley?
Oh, I'm sure soon.
It's gonna come. And it's gonna be full of breakup records. Potentially, allegedly, I don't know. But I just think that that's so interesting.
Right.
What a great way to sell a song that we've already forgotten about because the VMAs are over.
Yeah.
Are y'all streaming that?
Are you guys still listening to Slide Away? I personally am not.
I didn't even feel compelled to react
and I
to that.
also don't even really like the "Don't Call Me Angel."
Lana did that on that one.
I like.
Can you believe Madison? Hold on, now I'm mad. Now the
Lana's-
music need to jump out. Did you know that there are radio stations across the country cutting Lana Del Rey's part out of that song? And
Why?
it's the best part of the song?
Why?
I don't understand. Because they just feel like it's not that girl. And I'm like, and you got to think about it this way. Most radio stations.
I mean, she is only in it for like 30 seconds.
And that's one good chunk of the song.
Right.
When she slow it down.
Again, I still feel like it's Ariana's song and Miley and Lana were just kind of like there around set that day. It's not doing it for me.
Lana,
I don't know
redo
what's
that song
going on.
wrong.
I feel like I'm just becoming a really harsh
No, it's good.
critic almost because
That's
I'm just
good.
like,
it just wasn't for you.
it's not doing it for me. It's
I feel
okay, but for the hype that it was receiving, I don't feel like it delivered.
You wanted a bang bang type situation.
Yes, I was like,
I think we all were
3
expecting that.
powerhouse females. I am ready. I am prepared. I want my socks to be blown off, and my socks stayed on.
This is not shade at all to Smiley, Miss Miley, but we certainly could have had like a female rapper in place of Miley, right? No?
And I also feel like with all this breakup mess, like Miley's part in that video was still back to Liam. It was like, doesn't that guy who Miley's, in the ring with look like Liam? Oh,
See, I didn't even notice
it was
that.
shade towards Liam because he used to call Miley his angel, his little angel, all of that stuff. So I feel like even so, it still got overshadowed with breakup drama. And maybe
And
that
that
was
sucks.
maybe partially, the casting of who Miley was with in that video
Yeah.
was on purpose. It would make sense because then people would talk about it more.
True.
More about Miley and Kaitlynn. They are reportedly still friends. That's what a
cute.
source told People magazine. And Kaitlynn did comment on one of her recent pictures. Miley was in Vegas this weekend for the iHeart Music Festival, and she posted this picture of her on stage again with the wet and wavy. It's not going anywhere, guys. It is not going anywhere.
Is she trying to give us Christina Aguilera dirty?
Is that what this whole thing
Is that what she's trying to do?
Because if so, that's not it. You know what I mean?
Not a chap in sight.
I was going to say, the assless chaps for that era of Christina
You need your little dark little
were
strands in there.
iconic. Were iconic. I did a competition dance to Dirty. It was amazing. It was so much fun. We wore a leather outfit. I still remember it. I'm sure I have the picture somewhere.
Go to bed.
We did.
Ladies, move. Gentlemen, move. Madison.
Oh my
I
God.
can see it.
I look back and I'm like, my mom played an integral role in picking like what songs we danced to, and I never really danced to anything that was that appropriate. Like Dirty, I was kind of younger, like ladies move,
Girl, I was
gentlemen
blasting
move.
that. My
Okay,
little
I danced
gay
to Save
ass.
a Horse, Ride a Cowboy. I did a tap dance to that.
How you?
I did. Save a horse, ride a cowboy. I rocked it, and I also wore some chaps, okay? And then I did another one too. I was thinking about this the other day. Have you heard that song? It's from a musical. It's Don't Tell Mama. And it's basically about this woman, or this girl, who's working as a dancer, but her mom thinks that she's working or living in a convent in France. Yeah, it was wild. It was a good time. It was a good time. But anyway, so that just proves that, they are still friendly, I guess. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from
I'm
here?
going to tell you exactly where everyone goes from here. Okay, now Miley has another EP that has to come out. Kaitlynn now has a storyline that she can make up stuff for on the hills. Like, oh, I'm so devastated. I'm so heartbroken. Her and Brody might get back together sometime down the line. And
Wait. You think that Kaitlynn and Brody are going to get back together at some point? Down the line,
Think
really?
about how excited the fans would be. Not because I want it, but because I just see the show.
I mean, I
as
feel
being
like
messy.
the hills would need that.
Yeah.
I guess.
They're going to get back together. I think in some way, shape, or form. Or maybe Brody will get a new girlfriend and Kaitlynn will be jealous because that's like her MO. I feel like.
And the mom, I think, has something weird with like Kaitlynn and Brody too. Like Brody's
Really?
mom is always involved in some of the drama. Again, still haven't given in and watched The Hills. Still haven't given in.
I'm gonna do it.
Maybe we should. That way they can stop this like ridiculousness. But now, what is Kaitlynn going to bring to the table? She doesn't have Brody. She doesn't have Miley. Like, what are we going? Why do we care about what Kaitlynn has to do in her life?
Kaitlynn, what's your storyline?
Do you care? I didn't even care about her until this, really, and I still didn't,
I didn't even
care
remember
that
her name.
much because I just was kind of confused about all of this. I was like, why is this happening?
Did she? Maybe. How about this? Maybe they broke up because. This is a huge speculation. What if MTV was like, okay, Kaitlynn, you ain't got no storyline. You about to be demoted to friend of the housewives. Sorry, y'all.
A friend.
A friend. And then Kaitlynn was like, okay, well, I need to do something. Then the stuff with Miley happened.
Right.
And then they said, okay, girl, you're giving us buzz. And then they slid that contract over, and then she signed the contract. And Miley said, okay, took her briefcase and left.
Miley said, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Friend helping friends.
Because they're friends, yeah.
Friends helping friends.
I could see that.
Maybe. Carrie says, doesn't Brody allegedly have a new girlfriend that's pregnant, or did I dream that for a crazy reason? So he does.
Whoa.
He does have a new girlfriend. He's dating Josie Canseco.
Who's that?
Jose Canseco's daughter. She's young. She's blonde. She looks like pretty much every girl on Instagram that you could see.
That's not her.
No, that's her dad though. Her dad, Jose Canseco, is a famous baseball player.
Okay.
Yes, we know.
Oh, she's cute.
We know you love sports so much.
I love sports. I
Love
stand
sports
Kobe
so
Bryant
much.
and Lamar. I almost said Lamar Odom, but I meant to say LeBron James, right?
Yes, LeBron James. He still
Yes.
plays.
He does?
We found out last time that Kobe has been retired for 4 years, and Courtney and I thought that he was still playing.
Sorry to the fumble. I fumbled that fact.
But it's fine. So yeah,
Oh,
so
look at her!
he
She's
is
this one, right?
dating. He is dating Josie Canseco.
She's cute, y'all.
I have not seen that she's pregnant, and I hope not, because they haven't been dating that long.
She's giving
And
us
she's
a ride
like
horse.
22. Yeah.
Yeah, she looks young.
Yeah, she is younger.
She
is
look like
younger.
she going to fit him
But
right now,
She
girl.
kind of like, this is bad, but she looks like the younger version of Kaitlynn. Like who Kaitlynn probably was
Well.
once before she got to LA
Now,
and
Josie,
LA really got to her.
Now, Josie, are you going to be hanging out with Whitney and the girls on the hills?
See, but I feel like what is she going to have in common with those people? What is she going to
yeah,
have in
'cause she-
common with Whitney? Like, what are her and Whitney going to talk about?
Well,
how to make ice? I don't get it.
Random, but I've recently started really getting into Real Housewives of Potomac. I enjoy
Right.
that Karen, who's an older woman, is friends with Ashley, who's really, really young. She's
Yes.
like 30-something.
I actually have. Like,
probably
gotten
seen
sucked
more-
in.
you probably
I've
seen
gotten
more than
sucked
I
into
have.
Potomac. Okay, keep going.
But I could see this young lady and someone like a Whitney, who's like a little bit more mature. She's got her stuff together, sort of like kikiing, no?
Maybe.
Her and little Audrina, like, so what are you doing? And Audrina's like looking up here. So what are you doing?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, Brody always, I feel like, has a lot of people on speed dial, if you
Yeah.
will. You know, he has a lot of people waiting on the bench.
Yeah.
And I feel like Josie just recently got called up. And now she's
A lot
on
of
her
followers.
time. Well, how many?
She got a lot
Oh,
of followers.
536K. I bet that'll go up. Do we think she's going to appear on the hills?
I wouldn't be mad.
You wouldn't be mad?
If she's dating Brody and that's his life, part of his life, then bring her
Yeah.
on. Even if it's just for a quick little cafe scene. And they kiki and it's like Brody's friend. And it's not even like his girlfriend, Brody's friend. You know how sometimes they lie.
I
You know what I mean?
guess.
I could take that.
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like the Hills deserve to be on as long as the Kardashians. If y'all can keep giving us filler and we eating it up, y'all could give us Spencer being messy for 8 more seasons.
Maybe. Word on
Maybe
the
not
street
8, like
says
4.
maybe another swinging partner. I think Kaitlynn and Brody did a lot of things in the boudoir that we don't know about. And I think that a lot of these people who we're going to see Brody linked to, because Josie's not going to be around much longer. I really don't think so. I don't think she's going to be around much
Madison
longer.
said, bye, girl.
We will get someone else who also was involved.
Bye, Josie and the Pussycats. That's what you
Like,
said.
it's real. I mean, do you see her sticking around for very long?
I don't know anything about her. So, I mean, if I saw like a Instagram.
Just judge a book
got
by
a- she got a nipple out?
We say don't judge a book by its cover, but judge the book by its cover.
I mean,
honest to God, do you see
This
her
is looking
sticking
like
around?
the Hills. This. She looked like she could be around. She's a model. She could be well connected.
We've seen that sometimes models don't have the best personalities. Just because your Instagram's on fire does
Josie,
not
what you
mean
doing,
anything.
Josie? Oh, I'm not logged in to look at her story. I'm gonna look at her story after. I'm gonna stew on her.
Okay, Winnie says Miley's gonna try and go back to Liam. I
bet
don't
not.
believe that they will
She
ever
bet
get back
not.
together. I don't think there's any way that they could recover from this situation, especially her jumping into a relationship so soon. Liam wanting to be in Australia and be away from it all. And especially if he actually is recovering from things, I don't think he would go back to the relationship that led him down that path.
Exactly. I'm more curious to see who Miley gonna date next, which I guess is part of her PR, right?
Who do you think, who could you see her with?
I don't know. That's what's
Male,
interesting to
female,
me.
or is Miley going to be the first one? Is Miley going to be the first celebrity to make a throuple mainstream? Because Frankie Grande is done, but
Maybe.
I wouldn't say he's as big as Miley Cyrus.
Absolutely not.
So do we need someone like Miley to help with your own to make thruples popular?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I feel like there's more celebrities out there in throuples that we just don't know about.
Really?
Yes, Madison. People have images to uphold, and just think about it.
So is the third person in the couple of these celebrities just chilling in the basement?
Chilling. Think about it this way, Madison. Every time we talk about throuples, right? I feel like we both represent two sides of that.
Yeah,
opinion,
I feel like that's
right?
why it's good.
And I
like
love it. So imagine, I feel like most people feel like you. It's like, oh, you're in a throuple. Like, how does that work?
Yeah,
What's going on?
I'm more just fascinated.
Exactly.
I don't want anyone to ever take my fascination as me being rude or judgy or discriminatory towards throuples.
See, I love
I'm
clarification.
just fascinated by it. I like to learn.
And I think that there will be people that are fascinated, but they will still look at it as something that's taboo.
Right.
So why should a huge celebrity mess up their bag if they have an understanding with their partners that this is how it's gonna work? One day, we might walk the carpet together and that's it. Jason Lee on the Hollywood Unlocked sat up there on Wendy and said he had a husband and a boyfriend. That's what I'm saying.
I hope that is not the person who's going to make this a mainstream thing.
Of course not. I'm
sorry.
No, you're fine.
I feel some type of way
funny.
about that.
I know you do. That's why I said it. But it's more, the point I'm trying to make is it's more common than we think.
Yeah.
And I think that Miley could be the first because it certainly won't be nobody Frankie Grande. No shit.
That's true. We have Winnie saying Miley should go to Tristan.
Bye.
They can have
Bye,
another
Winnie.
person in the equation.
Bye,
I'm
Winnie.
dying. We do not need that mess.
Bye, Winnie.
I think if that happened to Courtney and I, if Miley Cyrus and Tristan Thompson got
Girl.
together, like this table would physically explode.
I'm dragging them and
From
ain't nobody better not
from
say
our
nothing.
feelings.
That's all I know.
All right, you guys, that is all the time we have. Thank you so
That's it.
much for watching and sticking with us. We loved spilling this tea with you guys.
Of course.
I love when you guys are excited about a topic because that
Yes.
makes me excited and it makes me really excited to come to the table
Yeah.
and discuss it. So thank you for always tagging us and messaging us.
Yes.
We really do love
Keep
that
doing
and we
it.
appreciate it. So yes, you guys, thank you. Make sure you tune into Daily Rewind later this afternoon.
Yes, ma'am.
We will need our tea tribe in the comments as we always do. In the meantime, make sure you're shopping the Hollyscoop store, sharing this video, sharing our other videos because we work really hard on those too.
Tea.
Subscribing and make sure that notification bell is turned on. That way you can be like Marissa and have Siri remind you
Yeah, for real,
when the
honestly.
morning tea is coming.
Don't miss out.
You know what I mean? We all want to be like that. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Hit it, Leo.